I was about to say tragic, but that's not the right word. This is atrocious.
I view this as a major escalation, and this is beyond the reach of the local PDs. This is something that has to be dealt with from the top.
Breaking news tonight on DC News Now. Heartbreak, anguish, fear, and anger. A young couple, two Israeli embassy staffers, were shot and killed outside the Capital Jewish Museum last night. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. Tonight we're learning more about the couple set to be engaged next week in Jerusalem. Yaron Leshinsky was an Israeli citizen, Sarah Milgram from Kansas. Law enforcement calling their deaths a targeted act of terror. The suspect, a 31-year-old man from Chicago, was in court charged with first-degree murder.
There's now a growing memorial outside the Capital Jewish Museum. Court documents say surveillance video captured the attack and shows the suspect shot the two, then leaned over them on the ground and fired several more times. The interim U.S. attorney in D.C. calling this an act of cowardice.
This is a horrific crime. And these crimes are not going to be tolerated by me and by this office.
Killing them, telling police he did it for Palestine, and shouted, "Free, free Palestine," as he was led away. We have live team coverage tonight. Our Daniel Hamburg is outside the Jewish Museum hearing from the community about this heartbreaking news.
But first, we have to go over to Max Marcella outside of the courthouse where Elias Rodriguez made his first court appearance. Max, no cameras allowed there in federal court, so set the scene for us.
Well, Susan and Chris, Elias Rodriguez was walked in by a U.S. Marshal. He was wearing an all-white jumpsuit. He walked in, sat down at the table, and for the most part during the hearing, his hands were crossed, sort of fingers interlocked on the table, and he was looking and nodding his head at the judge as the judge read him some of the rules and instructions, what's going on in his court case, also explained some of the charges that he's facing, which we are now learning tonight could put him on death row.
Free, free Palestine!
A day after Elias Rodriguez's arrest, we're learning new information about his motives, the seriousness of the charges he faces, and the evidence gathered at this crime scene.
We stand shoulder to shoulder as one community, united in love, but also committed to justice for this young couple.
Rodriguez is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and a federal charge of murder of a foreign official, which makes him eligible for the death penalty. Interim D.C. Attorney Jeanine Pirro not saying whether they will pursue that.
The president and the attorney general have both indicated that, in cases where the death penalty is warranted and seems appropriate, we will use it. It's far too early to say whether that is the case.
On Thursday, the FBI raided Rodriguez's Chicago apartment. It also has search warrants for his electronics and is contacting his friends, family, and coworkers.
We are aware of some writings that are purported to have been authored by this subject. We're actively investigating to determine both the authorship and the attribution of these writings.
According to an affidavit, Rodriguez told D.C. officers, quote, "I did it for Palestine, I did it for Gaza." Surveillance video from the scene shows he shot the couple in the back, reloaded his gun, and shot them again.
Violence against anyone based on their religion is an act of cowardice. It is not an act of a hero.
And more information we're learning from that affidavit. We're learning that Rodriguez bought his ticket to last night's event 3 hours before it started. And as for the gun that he used, he, according to this affidavit, again, brought it with him from Chicago to D.C. It was in his checked bag when he arrived here. His next court appearance is set for June 18th. Reporting live in Northwest, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
All right, some chilling details there, Max. Thank you. There's a growing vigil outside the White House tonight. The administration is condemning the deadly shooting, sending condolences to the victims' families, and promising justice.
The evil of anti-Semitism must be eradicated from our society. I spoke to the Attorney General this morning. The Department of Justice will be prosecuting the perpetrator responsible for this to the fullest extent of the law. Hatred has no place in the United States of America under President Donald Trump.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also reacting to the news, saying, "We are witness to the terrible cost of the anti-Semitism and wild incitement against the state of Israel. Blood libels against Israel have a cost in blood and must be fought to the utmost."
Our team coverage continues tonight at the scene of the crime. People of all backgrounds are showing their support throughout the day and well into the evening. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg is at the Capital Jewish Museum in Northwest. And Daniel, so much sadness there tonight.
Chris, a very somber mood all day today. You can see people have been coming by and leaving candles and flowers over this way. There are also some rocks, as is customary in the Jewish tradition. All people today reflecting on what happened last night. A memorial of flowers and messages grows outside the Capital Jewish Museum. Handwritten notes in Hebrew and English saying, "May we plant and tend to seeds of peace, not hate."
It is really, really upsetting when people are gunned down simply for being Jewish. This is not an issue of political disagreement. This is an issue of racial and ethnic hatred.
In the shadow of the church across the street from the museum, a group of Christians and Jews standing united against hate, all remembering Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky.
I think all kinds of anti-Semitic rhetoric has proliferated, especially since October 7th. Clearly, ideas have consequences, words matter.
James Diddams met Lashinsky a few weeks ago while taking a class for a professional certificate.
He was so curious, intellectually curious about the things we were talking about, the things we were learning. He was so engaging.
Many Jews are praying for their own safety as the interfaith community condemns what happened.
I really hope this is not a pattern that's going to continue, but I'm afraid it might be. And that's very scary, and it's important for people in D.C., people everywhere, to make it clear how unacceptable this is.
Now, it is pretty empty outside of the museum right now, but you can see there is still a police presence after what happened last night, and that surely will continue as we've seen across the area, heightened security around places of that Jews gather. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much for those details there. We have continuing coverage of this deadly attack, so be sure to stay with us on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
All right, let's get a first check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
All right, Janessa, a little bit cooler that Chris apparently was pretty excited about.
Yeah, open the windows tonight, right?
Yeah,
good sleeping weather.
Yeah, no AC necessary, so we're happy about that, giving the AC a little bit of a break. Cooler air going to stick around below average temperatures going into this upcoming weekend as well. So I know many people want to be outside. This one is not heat and humidity that we're tracking in. It is really where we should be into the upper 70s. We're going to be in the lower 70s for most of the weekend. Mostly cloudy skies, 60 degrees across the region. And right now, things are starting to dry out completely. All the coastal flood watches have expired except for Anne Arundel County and across Chesapeake Beach. That will stay in place until 6 a.m. Most areas, though, you're just seeing a little bit of ground clutter from the radar beam, but all in all, we are nice and dry. And so that leaves to the clearing effect, 51 for Kaiser, 58 for Woodstock, 63 the farther you get into southern Maryland and up towards Baltimore County, sitting into the lower 60s. The wind flow tonight is minimal, but want to prepare you for tomorrow afternoon as things start to stir up, some drier air, winds coming out of the northwest. That keeps things on the breezy side. It's a great extended weekend if you have that here in the DMV. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
All right, looking forward to that, Janessa. Thank you. Developing now in Northern Virginia, a security incident outside of CIA headquarters in McLean. It happened around 4 this morning. Fairfax County Police saying that there was a shooting there, and their officers were just there to help direct traffic. The CIA did not give details on a suspect or who was hurt, but USA Today is reporting law enforcement shot a woman when she did not stop her car as she approached the gate there at the headquarters. Now to a massive fire in Maryland. It tore through a home in Silver Spring this morning. Officials say that the home was vacant and the flames, as you can see right here, it started in the basement and continued to spread to the first floor. The cause still under investigation.
All new tonight, a federal judge blocks President Trump's bid to gut the Department of Education. The judge ordered the Trump administration to reinstate workers who have been laid off in mass firings. He also ruled congressional approval is required to eliminate the agency, which is led there by Linda McMahon. The White House vows to appeal the preliminary injunction. Now, the president had signed an executive order back in March to wind down all but essential operations in the DOE. DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and we're getting an early look at the Virginia governor's race by a new poll from Roanoke College. It shows Democrat Abigail Spanberger ahead of Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears, 43% to 26%. 28% of registered voters are undecided. 3% say they'd vote for someone else. The poll also looked at political anxiety. Dr. Harry Wilson with Roanoke College says it's up 12 points since November. That is the biggest jump for the Democratic Party.
Anxiety is really related to which party is in power. Democratic anxiety has just gone off the graph in the past year. It's just gone. And Republican anxiety has come down.
Well, Dr. Wilson cautions it's May, and early polls can sometimes be out of sync with what eventually happens in November.
Let's take a live look right now towards 95 near Savage, Maryland. The roads, as you can see, pretty open, though there are quite a few cars on a Thursday night at 9. Things are going to change over the next couple of days as AAA expects nearly 840,000 people in Maryland to hit the roads for the holiday weekend. The D.C. metro area is also expecting another busy holiday. And here's what AAA is saying that we can expect throughout the region.
In our region, we're expecting that number to be a little over 1 million D.C. area residents that will be traveling. The vast majority, in fact, about 90% will be driving to their holiday destinations. Give yourself ample time. So we know that the roadways will be busy. The DC area is expected to be one of the busiest in the country, right up there with Boston, New York, and LA. So give yourself plenty of time before you hit the roads.
If you're stuck in traffic, at least you could be excited about this. Gas prices, they are down. They're 48 cents lower in the DC metro area compared to last year.